review, we break it down. From grips to weights, we wear the crown. With each perfect shot, we'll rise, we won't fall. Welcome to the channel, the best arts of all. It's more than a game, it's our passion. Keep on dancing.
Hello everyone, Scottish Lad here and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing a set of unicorn darts from the Unicorn 2025 launch. And it is the Gary Anderson Phase 6 Dual in 21g. They're also available in 22, 23, 24 and 25g steel tip. They're essentially the exact same dart as the standard Phase 6 or the Noir Phase 6, just with the blue and gold titanium coating. So a bit of a collector's piece as well if you ask me. In terms of grip level and stuff, we'll get into that in the close-up section. They'll set you back $79.95, which is a bit pricey, but at the same time you're paying for a Gary Anderson dart. The Noirs are slightly more expensive than that as well, so it's kind of in the middle. But let me know your thoughts on the colour scheme in the comment section regardless. So what I'm going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a hop, skip and jump over to the close-up section, where I'll run you down the barrel dimensions for the 21g, give you a few wee stats, give you a bit of my opinion. So without further ado, let's crack on with the review.
We aim for the bull, Scottish lads, wisdom making our hearts full.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We've got a lovely close-up look to the Unicorn Gary Anderson Dual Phase 6. So Phase 6 Dual. They're very similar to the Dual that came out last year. The difference is these are more front-weighted and they're based on the Phase 6, which is the dart Gary uses. At the front end of the dart, we've got the Unicorn volute points. So there's a big long groove through the dart there, which sticks in the board very well, and it doesn't really cause a lot of damage. We've got the widest section of the dart here at this section. Obviously, it's a front-loaded profile with that classic twin ring grip that we've seen Gary Anderson use for years, right onto this section. Then it goes to the back with the mini shark grip, and then we do have a bit of a DSS, dreaded smooth section. We've also got the transparent Unicorn Gripper 4 stems and the Gary Anderson dual flights. As you can see, we've got the Gary Anderson signature, the same colour scheme on this flight that's on the dart. So what we'll do is we'll get you a super close-up look at that dart itself, and you can see for yourselves what you think of it. It's a grippier Dennis Priestley dart in my opinion. It does feel very similar. Between these, the Naturals and the Noirs, I actually think these have got a wee bit, it feels as if these have got a wee bit more grip than what the Noirs did. The Natural obviously doesn't have any coatings or anything like that, so I'd say it is slightly more grippier. Not a lot in it, but still a bit more grippy. So let's run you down the dimensions for the 21g, which I'm reviewing today. So the barrel length from here, where the point meets the barrel, to here where the stem meets the barrel, is 46.3mm. And the barrel width at the widest point, so you're talking about this front section, is 7.2mm. And what I didn't show you on that close-up section was the branding. We've got the Unicorn logo and the Gary Anderson signature at the stem of the dart. Now it would be great if the stem and flight lined up, but it is what it is. So, as I said, grip level is a level 3 on a scale of 1 to 5. I wouldn't give it a lot more than that, to be honest. Points, stick in the board well, it's not as if you're going to have any bounce outs or anything like that. Personally, the only thing I would potentially change is the stem. I'd probably change the stem to a white. That's just me personally. But these will set you back $79.95, so let's just say £80. But for a collector's edition, let's just say, because obviously I don't think Gary will actually use these himself, but for a collector edition, or for a collector for Gary Anderson darts, they're a smashing looking set. So let me know your thoughts on the colour scheme in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on the Gary Anderson Dual Phase 6. I've run you down all the dimensions on the 21g. I've gave you the price, gave you a bit of insight into them, but I'll not be able to give you any more than that until we actually throw them. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take them over to the board. We're going to have a wee throw with them, and we're going to see how I got on with them. Right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Gary Anderson Dual is here, ready to go, with the supplied Unicorn volute point, 21g. Let's see how we got on. Now what I should have done before I even threw them is evened out the flights. They're sitting a wee bit squashed, but something that's easily fixed. Let's go again. Aye. Very similar to the previous Phase 6s. The grip on these is slightly better than the Noir, I have to say. The Noir with the black PVD coating did kind of take away a wee bit for the grip. On these, you can definitely feel the sharp edges of the grip. So I'll stick with what I usually say with a Gary Anderson style dart is level 3.5. Right, we'll go where I'm going a wee bit. So let's try some checkouts. And as you know, we like to start with a 65 here. So let's go for it. There's the 25. Just above the tops. And we just released it that wee touch too early there. But aye, front weighted profile as you can imagine. So as you can imagine, a wee bit front heavy going through there. The tweeny stem works really well with this dart itself in my opinion. And I do quite like these flights. I've always liked this shape of unicorn flight. But let's keep going with checkouts. Let's try a 97. 78. Which would leave us with top as if we were coming back with it. Let's do some cover shots. 20s, 19s, 18s. Now what would you do in this situation? I mean, a lot of people try and float it over, but with the way my darts kind of stick up, I don't usually do it. I tend to try and switch. Again, in that situation, most people would go for it. I'd have to move over the orchid. That's something I don't really like doing. So we'll go up for the 18s. And that's what usually happens when we do that. So, definite level 3.5 grip on a scale 1 to 5. Now where I'm throwing bang on the middle, I've got the bit extra push with the bulbous when it's starting to taper up towards the bulbous part of the dart. But let's go again. Go 19s, 17s, 18s this time. I was unlucky. Right, what we're going to try down now, folks, is we'll try and get the big fish. And I don't know, so let's just try and get a couple of bullseyes. A nice wee 25 there. But what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to try and finish up with 3 in that 25 bull area. Let's go. 25. Just pulled that dart last minute. And again. But we did get the one in the 25. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's go get wrapped up. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was my review of the Unicorn Gary Anderson Phase 6 Duo. Bit of a mouthful, but the set I reviewed are 21 gram steel tip. They do come supplied with the standard silver volute point. Now that point sticks in the board. Not too badly, I have to say. And from what I've seen using volute points in the past, they don't cause any damage to the board. So, could be a good shout. Now, obviously, as I said at the very start of the video, these are very similar to the standard Phase 6 Gary Anderson darts and also the Noir. So, if you want to get them, obviously, they're $79.95 from all major retailers. I will leave some links in the description for you to go and take a look at those. Personally, there's a couple I would recommend. I'd recommend Premier Darts. I'd recommend Dart Shopper. With Dart Shopper, it does take a wee bit longer to get to the UK. I've never had any issues using them before. Premier Darts is always next day. Plus, Premier Darts do obviously sponsor Gary, so it would make sense to order the stuff from there. But let me know your thoughts on the Gary Anderson Duo in the comment section down below. So, as I said, on one hand, they might be for me, especially now I've changed my grip as a rear gripper. I wasn't getting the full extension of the grip, whereas now that I'm a middle gripper, I had the best of both grips. But all in all, I'm still going to have to say a level 3 grip on a scale 1 to 5. But as it is, 80 quid, let's just say, level 3 grip dart, front weighted profile, that blue and gold coating, and obviously one of the best Scottish darts players there ever has been. So, what I'm going to do now, folks, is I'm just going to wrap up. So make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are brand new, stay safe out there everybody, and of course, keep on darting.
Keep on dancing.